सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। So, the topic for these 3 days is identifying with gunas is samsara and transcending them is moksha. We will explain this. The topic is very important, very crucial to our life, and it is very interesting too. See, when it is said that identifying with gunas is samsara, what is this samsara actually? What do we mean by samsara? Samsara doesn't mean that this world is there, I have wife, children, husband, this, things like that. This is not samsara. Samsara is the sense of bondage the sense of lack, the sense of want, which is always there with us. Every human being is born with this. We have had not to work for this. This sense of want or lack has been there with us all along. In fact, we have inherited that. This has been there for time immemorial. Anadi kalaha. Anadi kalaha means beginningless time. Na adihi vidyate yasya. For which there is no beginning. This has been there. What? This sense of lack. It has been there. And this sense of lack has not spared anyone. And this may differ from person to person, from culture to culture, from individual to individual. One person may feel that I am wanting in this aspect, another in this aspect, but this sense of want has always been there, the sense of lack, that I am wanting. And this has, this has created many, many complexes in us. So I am unhappy. I and wanting doesn't go together. With I, when these attachments are there, that I am wanting, that I am unhappy, that I need something, all these needs and wants do not go with I. Whenever we attach this to I, no matter what we do, we remain incomplete. And it's not that we do not try anything. All our lives and all our life we have tried to come out of this. The struggle has been going on. All along, this struggle is there. What is the struggle in life? To get rid of this sense of want. When I feel that my body is not okay, my height is not okay, my looks are not fine, I am not wealthy, and things like that. So many, and this is an endless list. As far as the sense of want is concerned, it is an endless list. So, and this plagues us. This really unsettles us. This creates, it is a big pain in the neck, as they say in English. It is a pain in the neck. And it creates sense of sorrow and incompleteness all along. Now, since we have tried too much, we have tried all along to come out of this and have not been successful, then a time comes when a person discerns this problem, that I have been trying all along, and why I have not been able to get, why have I not made it? This is this question when it arises. Why have I not made it? I tried for wealth, I tried for name and fame and position and power and relationships and everything. But why have I not made it? So when this question, or when one discerns this, then a time comes when one starts looking for other options. One starts looking for other options. And what are they? They turn to scriptures. They turn to, to satsang and things like that. And here comes Vedanta. Vedanta says that you are fine. You are complete. And moksha is your swarupa. Moksha means liberation. Moksha means liberation. That you are totally acceptable. Whereas our perception of ourselves have been that I am not acceptable. I am not acceptable in many aspects. As far as the body is concerned, mind is concerned, intelligence is concerned, I feel that I am lacking, not acceptable. And as I said, we cannot live with this. We try different means to circumvent this sense of want, but it remains with us. So now what is moksha? Moksha is nothing but getting rid of this sense of want. Getting rid of this sense of want or lack which has been there for us all along. And knowingly or unknowingly, everybody, for everyone, this is the end behind all the ends. This has been the end behind all the different ends that we are pursuing. Each and everyone is pursuing, is struggling, nothing but struggling to get out of this sense of want. Think of that. When we try to become something, and when a desire, because of that sense of want or lack, when a desire arises in us, that if I fulfill this, I will be pleased with myself. I will feel good with myself. And we try to complete that desire, to fulfill that desire. But when I fulfill it, for some time, definitely that sense of want has gone. When I fulfill a desire, definitely, temporarily, I get rid of that sense of want. And it is because of that sense of want has gone away temporarily, that I am happy with myself, that I am pleased with myself, contented with myself. But tell me, how long does this remain? How long does this remain? Had it remained, then perhaps moksha would be there at that time. Once and for all, now I am happy. And that particular desire which I fulfilled became the cause of my fulfillment and contentment forever. We could say that. But tell me, one individual, one person who has been able to do this. Tell me. Absolutely no one. Precisely because there is nothing in this world, absolutely nothing, no person, no place, no relationships, no object, nothing at all, which can once and for all remove this sense of want from us. Absolutely nothing. But it takes a lot of intelligence for us to discover this, to come to this point. Unless we discern this, that I have not been successful, no matter what I tried. And we try, we struggle. Nobody has been successful. Neither Narada, as we will take accomplished persons. We are citing now the examples of accomplished persons who have really achieved something. See, for example, Narada, in the Vedic times, Narada was very accomplished, well versed with so many branches of knowledge, was so well versed. But it is such a Narada who came to Sanat Kumara, the wise man. And what did he say? Soham Bhagavan Shochami. Oh Bhagavan, such as I am, which means I have tried, I know, there is lot in my head. But still I am grieving. Shocha, grieving means he need not be sitting with a long face all the time. But there is void within. There is void within. I have tried everything. I have gone to Swarga, tried everything. He had free passport for everything, free visa everywhere. He could go anywhere. He achieved a lot, but still, none of those achievements, none of that could complete him. And he was very clear that grief will not go this way. Look at Arjuna. Look at Shaunaka. Look at Gautam Buddha. All these people were big people with name and fame. They had everything at their command, relatively speaking, but still this was their problem. Only thing is, difference between us and them is this, that they could decipher, they could discern this problem. And still others keep trying, have hope that maybe this will work out. My going there will work out. My achieving this will work out. My relationship with this new person will work out. With having this object, going there, going, changing, becoming, all this may work out. This hope is there. And until this hope is there, one keeps on trying. But intelligent people are those who draws a line. Yes, nothing has worked out. They say, when you cook the rice, then ladies, women, what do they whether the rice is cooked or not. To find that out, they take 1 grain of rice from that cooker and then try to press it and see whether it is cooked or not. And they, oh no, it is not cooked. Let us have 5 more minutes or 1 more whistle and then it will get cooked. Do we need to take the entire ball of rice and press them all to find out that it is cooked or not? 1 grain is enough. Similarly, for intelligent people, 1 experience is enough. Means, or a series of experiences. And there have been many experiences. As I said, this exercise, this struggle has been going on for lives together. And how many lives, that also we cannot say. Because it is anadi, beginningless. If we point that from this time it began, then the question will be, what was there before this? Before this, was I complete? Before this so and so time, was I complete? If I was complete, if I was full at such and such time, then the next question that will arise is, then how come I became incomplete again? So again the same question is, where is it? This is samsara. This struggle, this life of becoming one from one end to other end. I'm just pushed. Who is propelling me? Who is forcing me to go from one end to other? Who is it? This sense of lack. And nothing is capable of getting rid of this. We have to come to this conclusion. We have to, rather than blindly following one end after the other and coming back to square one every time and asking ourselves, what next? As I said, this is endless. Rather than pursuing this endless list, we have to take stock of life. And find out what? What have I gained and what have I lost? What have I gained so far and what have I lost? If I have gained, then this question will not arise as to what next. Am I full? Am I totally and absolutely satisfied with myself? I feel a total contentment? No, it won't happen. And then what am I doing? My life is passing by. And where have I reached? When we sit and think and give a very serious thought to life. This requires serious thought. When we do that, then understand there will be some opening. Definitely there will be some. I now want a final solution. I now seek a final solution to this. And when this happens, there is some opening. What is moksha? Moksha is what? Moksha is totally being free from all this lack, sense of lack. And I'm totally pleased with myself. Moksha doesn't mean going somewhere, going to some realm, Vaikuntha or Saketa or Goloka or Swarga or Brahmaloka. No. But what is moksha? Not becoming, not going, not attaining, nothing of this. What is moksha? This sense of completeness, which is not subject to coming and going, which is now not subject to coming and going. And I feel totally at ease and pleased with myself. This is the real end behind all the ends. Moksha, in other words, is nothing but freedom from seeking. Freedom from seeking. Freedom from wanting. Freedom from the sense of lack. Understand? This has to be very clear. This has to be very clear to us. Vedanta says, Shastra, Upanishads. What is Vedanta? Vedanta is nothing but what is found at the end of the Vedas, or in other words, Vedant, Antaha, Veda, Antaha. Antaha also means position-wise at the end, and at the same time, that which is the heart of the Vedas, that which is the crux of the Vedas. And what is the crux or the essence or the theme, the real theme of the Vedas is nothing but that you are complete. And this is the message of the Upanishads, which are found in the Vedas at the end, positionally speaking. And they say that you are complete, totally complete. So now we can say that sense of lack is samsara, and getting rid of that and discovering myself to be complete is moksha. So self non-acceptance, understand, self non-acceptance is samsara, and self-acceptance, total self-acceptance as I am. Of course, this perception of I will change. Today, the perception of I which I have needs to be corrected. Needs to be corrected. That is where the whole problem lies. That my perception, my judgment, my understanding about I is fraught with all kinds of limitations. And that needs to be corrected. And Vedanta invites us to correct this. Vedanta means Shastra invites us to look at ourselves in a different way. Which way? That you don't have to imagine. Vedanta shows this. Vedanta, as it were, holds a mirror before yourself, in which you will see yourself as complete, which you have not been able to do so far. So far, the image which was there before me of I was full of problems, full of limitations, and that was not acceptable to me. But now Vedanta comes and shows the mirror before us and says, you are fine. Now this is not an attitude that I am fine. Let me now think that way and do japa of this. I am fine. Let me repeat. It is not to be repeated. It is not a matter of repetition, or it is not an attitude that you fake it and you will know. It is a discoverable fact. It is a fact about myself which I have to discover. It is right here that fullness, completeness, adequacy, limitlessness is right here. Not even here, it is I. We will not even use the word here, means no, it is I. With I goes fullness. With I goes freedom. I'm already free. Moksha is nothing, not something to be achieved in time and place. It is to be discovered as I. Discovered. And Vedanta says that it is a fact, existent fact about yourself. Existent fact about yourself. Here and now. Here and now. So this is moksha. Understood? This is what it is. So far we thought that problem is outside of me. Problem is outside of me, which means that my not having this, and we blame others. Because of you, I am like this. Because of you, these problems are. We tend to blame others. But the solution is right here. That is why Swamiji says, beautifully, I am the problem, I am the solution. I am the problem when I do not know myself correctly. And when I know myself correctly, I am the solution. I am the solution. I have to find how I am the solution. There is no escaping this. There is no escape because it will remain here. The sense of want will plague me continuously. Like that, that pebble in the shoe. Even if that small pebble is there inside, it is a big pain. You have lost your comfort. Every moment that pain is there. It never leaves you. Even when you are eating the ice cream and the best of the dish, that pebble continues to hurt you. One corner of your mind is always occupied by that. Similarly, this is there in our lives. And Vedanta says that there are two kinds of problems. One in which the solution lies outside of you. One in which the solution lies outside of you. When I'm hungry, I need food. I will not find it from within. Had I found it from within, there would have been no hunger, no thirst. So there are certain problems of food, thirst, and shelter and things like that. Basic comforts also. These are the problems for which the solution is out there. Whereas there are this problem, what of sense of want and lack, is that kind of a problem in which where is the solution? Solution is in me. I am the solution. I am the solution. So we have to now look at the right place, in the right manner. Understood? Now see, what is the problem? Ignorance is the problem. Not having something, that is not the problem. Ignorance. So because Vedanta says you are full, and I don't believe that. I'm not ready to accept. How come? How come? If I was full, I should feel it. If I was full, and if I were totally acceptable, I should feel that. And I don't feel that. My perception today is antagonistic with the Shastra's perception. So we have to meet. And when can we meet? When I accept, Vedanta gives me invitation. invites me to have a look, to spend some time and look at yourself in the right way as we show you. Because I have been looking at myself, and the self which I look and I find is what? Not acceptable. That is not acceptable. But Vedanta says, come to me, come here, and we will show you what? That you are acceptable. So we have to accept this invitation. And we will find that so far my understanding of I was totally incorrect. With I have attached many things. I have imposed many things and identified with them. And then I came to the conclusion about I. What? That I am lacking. Vedanta says, give up all that. Give up all that attachments. We will see that. That will be the top. We will be seeing that. And then look at yourself. Give up all your notions about yourself. What you think about yourself, that I am small, that I am limited. That limitation, that smallness, that inadequacy does not belong to you. It is somewhere, yes. It is somewhere, yes, but not in you. So remove that. So we have to look at ourselves the way Vedanta shows us, Upanishad shows us. So this will be paradigm shift. It will be a big shift. Unless I am ready to do that, no. How can you know about me more than myself? We are not ready to trust and believe. How come you will know? Who are you to tell me? I know myself intimately as to who I am. I am woman, I am man, I am this, I don't have. How can you say that you are complete? But we have to give the benefit of doubt to the Shastras and look at ourselves the way they are showing. For that, a lot will have to be done. What? Giving up many things. Not literally, but from here we have to give up certain notions. Notions have come because of identifying with the body. We will see all this. So this is what needs to be done. And it is here that knowledge becomes important. Understand, knowing is becoming. Knowing is becoming. When you know yourself correctly, you are already becoming. That is why it is said, knowing is becoming. When can knowing be becoming? When you are already that. When you just knew and you are that. So that is why Vidya, nothing like Vidya. It is said, Jnana devatu kaivalya. It is by knowledge only that kaivalya is there. Kaivalya means moksha. Kevalasya bhavaha kaivalyam. Where there is just one. Kevala means just one. Advaita. I alone am. There is nothing but this one tattva. This. So this will not be, things will not merge. I don't have to become, I have to discover that I'm already full. This is what Vidya does to, knowledge does to us. That is why, the logo of Arshavidya Gurukulam, Arshavidya Peetham, the word logo, what is that? Nahi Jnanena Sadrusham. That is the verse from the 4th chapter of Bhagavad Gitã. The whole verse is this. Nahi Jnanena Sadrusham Pavitram Iha Vidyate. Tat Swayam Yoga Samsiddhaha Kalin Atmani Vindate. This is the verse of the 4th chapter of Bhagavad Gitã. But we have taken only this much. Nahi jnanena sadrisham, which means there is nothing comparable to Brahma Vidya or knowledge. See, this is the thing. Nahi jnanena, because our problem is ignorance, not knowing ourselves correctly. If I don't know this correctly, it is okay, doesn't matter much to me. But imagine the irony, the tragedy of life, that I don't know myself to begin with. And then I try to judge you. I try to judge others. But the basic premise of I is wrong. Then my understanding about you will also, my perception of you also will be incorrect. My perception of the world will also be incorrect because the first step is wrong. The world, Ishvara, others, everything will be wrong. And when I know my I correctly, then I will know you. Because in you I will find myself. In fact, I will find that there is nothing other than me. The dimension that this knowledge shows is just beyond our imagination. Beyond. The dimension of I that the Vedanta will show is what? There is nothing but I. There is no thing called you. No thing called you or this or that. Just I. This will be the reality which we have to discover. Big thing, big leap. This is what we have to discover. And in this life itself. In this life itself. Don't postpone it for next birth. No. You can. And good that this can be done in next, because otherwise gone. But yes, better you finish it now. Because you are postponing your happiness. Postponing, discovering this in next life means what? That I am postponing my happiness, my fullness. Right? That's a big loss. Am I ready to do that? How much happiness do we want? And for how much time? For how much time? Through what? 24/7 and 365 ever. Always. And Vedanta says you will find that. Why should I postpone this? Why should we postpone? So Vidyaya, so many statements are there in the Shastra which confirms this. Vidyaya vindate mritam. Vidyaya vindate amrutam. It is by Vidya, Vidyaya, third case. By Vidya, that is by this knowledge of I. What do you gain? Immediately, what do you gain? Amrutam, immortality. Vidyaya vindate amrutam. And there are other statements which say, Nanyaf panthaha vimuktaye. There is no other path for mukti other than knowledge. Very clear. No other path. In the ultimate sense, ultimately only Vidya will work. Other things, karma yoga, bhakti yoga, japa, all this will prepare the ground. All this will prepare the ground. We are not saying that they are not used. They are useful, definitely. But in which sense? They will not deliver the goods in the way I want. They won't deliver. You will become. But yes, they purify. They prepare my mind. They prepare my intelligence, my intellect, so that I become ready to understand this. So all those are means to prepare. Whereas Vidya, knowledge, is what kind of means? Direct means. Direct. You hear and you know. You may not believe for some time. It may take time for what you have heard to settle down. That I am acceptable will take time to settle down. Long time will pass in that. If you are, and that too, we'll make it very clear. The more ready you are, the more prepared you are, more quick it will be. More quick. That is why the emphasis upon bhakti, emphasis upon yoga, karma yoga and everything, life of values, in all of this. Because they prepare. What do they prepare? They prepare my means, my mind, my heart. It becomes so transparent, so placid, so pure, so refined, so sharp that it takes no time to understand. It is said in Kathopanishad, Esha sarveshu bhuteshu gudotma na prakashate. Kathopanishad says, which means they do accept that this Atma is as it were hidden. Sarveshu bhuteshu. In all the beings, Atma is there. There is nothing but Atma. But it is as it were today hidden. Hidden. Sarveshu bhuteshu gudata. It is hidden. As like, in olden days we used to hear the stories about the treasure. Treasure is hidden in a cave somewhere. And when you go there, then you find that there is a big cobra over there, as if protecting the treasure. And it is so dark in the cave, and so many other things are also there. So you have to remove all of them to get the treasure. Similarly, today, as it were, our mind poses a problem. Intellect poses a problem. Ahankara, ego. This thing has become very strong. I am small. I am not ready to give up this. It has become so firm. It is so deeply entrenched that doesn't budge. And that is why we find, that even after listening to Vedanta also, for many years sometimes, still we feel that I'm not Brahman. Still that it is not accepted that soon. That abiding knowledge doesn't abide. It is purely because still preparation is not there. So Vedanta, Kathopanishad says, Esha sarveshu bhuteshu godotma na prakashate. It says, it doesn't. But then second line says, Drishyate tvagraya buddhya sukshmaya sukshmadarshibi. Second line says that it can be known. Definitely. But drishyate, it can be known. By which buddhi? By which mind? Mind is the means. Buddhi is the means. Manasa eva idam. By mind only you have to know this. But which kind of mind? Agra, drishyate agraya buddhya. That which is very sharp, pure, subtle. Agraya buddhya sukshmaya sukshmadarshibi. Those who have become like this. Sukshmadarshi. Sukshmadarshi who are now ready to grasp the subtle Atma. And for that bhakti is the excellent means. Karma yoga is nothing but bhakti. It is an excellent means to reach here. In short, it can definitely be discovered. Because it is already there. The solace is, what is the greatest or the redeeming feature? It is already there. It is there. I am that. And Bhagavad Gitã also beautifully shows this. As you all know very well, that Bhagavad Gita is nothing but all Upanishads compressed in one. All Upanishads you will find here. There are scholars who see all Upanishads in each and every line of each and every verse of Bhagavad Gita. In short, Bhagavad Gita is nothing but all the Shruti, all the Upanishads. And it is nothing but elaboration of the principal statement of Vedas. And what is that? Tattvamasi. The main message of Upanishads is you are that, which comes in Chandogya Upanishad. But all the Upanishads have vakyas like this. Not only Chandogya Upanishad. All the Upanishads, many. See, you find Aham Brahmasmi. Where do you find this? This is also Mahavakya. Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. In Brihadaranyaka, you find this Mahavakya Aham Brahmasmi. Then there is another Vakya. What? Sarvam hi etad Brahma. Ayam Atma Brahma. Ayam Atma. My this Atma is Brahma. This comes in Mandukya. Then you find Prajnanam Brahma. Prajnanam Brahma is what? This Brahman is consciousness. Where is that consciousness? Everywhere. In my heart too. I am consciousness. So this Vakyas showing oneness between Jiva and the totality. Between Jiva and Brahma. These Vakyas are found in all the Upanishads. In some, but mainly in four Vedas, and I have cited them. So, this is there, and this is in Bhagavad Gita. This is elaborated. Tattvamasi, this Mahavakya is elaborated. See, first six chapters. That's called Shatka. Group of 6 chapters is called Shatka. So, the first 6 chapters of Bhagavad Gita talks about Tvam-pada, you. Who are you? We take ourselves, everybody, before this knowledge, takes themselves to be body, mind, intellect. You take yourself to be this personality. What else? Bhagavad Gita throws light upon this in the first 6 chapters. Then in the next 6 chapters, that is 7 to 12, is what? Tatpada. What is this? You are that. What is that? You are Brahman, you are Atma. When you are that, both are put together. What is that? That means this Ishvara or the entire creation. You are that. Then comes the last 6 chapters, 13 to 18. What is emphasized here? Asipada. Asipada means you are. You are. This are is emphasized, underlined, as what? You already are that. Why are you waiting? Don't wait that tomorrow I will be complete. When I will meditate, then I will be complete. When I do this number of japas, then I will be complete. When I go to all the places of pilgrimage, then I will be complete. Tomorrow, we postpone. Tomorrow it will be okay. This last 6 chapters emphasizes what you are. Now, this is shown in between 13 to 18 chapter. And we have taken the verses in our selection from this 13 to 18, mainly 13 and 18, 13th and 14th. So, let us come to this, let us begin with our verses. And as I said, let us read this first verse, which is verse number 21, found in chapter 13 of Bhagavad Gita. Come on, I am reading, you repeat after me. Purusha prakrutistho hi bhungte prakriti jan gunan Karanam gunasangosya sadasatyo nijanmasu. Now, as I said, this is from 13th chapter. In brief, I'll tell you the entire crux or the theme of 13th chapter. It begins with, the 13th chapter begins with showing that you are not the body. Showing, it begins like this. The very first verse of 13th chapter is Idam Shariram Kaunteya Kshetram iti abhidhyate. It says, O Arjuna, this body, for body, which word is used? Idam. So see, it begins with correcting our understanding of I. Today I think, everybody thinks that I am the body and this whole personality. I means this. We never question that can I be this body? Do we question? We never question. I am this body. It is taken for granted. But Shastra begins with this. How can you be this? How can you be this body? Why? Because you use the word this. This word, idam. Idam means this body. So Shastra says, idam shariram kaunteya. Oh Kaunteya, you use this word, this body, which means this which I see, this which I objectify. I objectify the body. Mind also, what is going on in my mind, that also I know. What is going on in my intellect, that also I know. And about I also there is an image. Oh, I am small. Oh, I am Brahmin. I am American. So all this I see. Body I see very, very clearly. And what I see cannot be I. Simple logic. But this simple logic we have forgotten and messed up. We have messed up everything. Life is nothing but a big mess. It is big mess, big chaos. Really, nothing but a chaos. When Vedanta will talk about I, and the way it will show the I, we will find, oh my God, what a mess I made of my life. Really. So it says you are not this, body is this. And this means other than me. This handkerchief is mine. This is the microphone. This is the hall. This is the table. We never take this to be I, do we? I look at you. I talk to you. Everything. But I never mistake you to be I, do I? Nobody, not a moron also, will do that, will he? Nobody will do that. But this is what we have done. The biggest mistake. This is samsara. Samsara begins where? Taking the body which is you as, tell me, I. Which generally doesn't happen. Imagine Bhashyakara, that is Shankaracharya ji, how he began his commentary upon Brahma Sutra. When he began to write commentary upon Brahma Sutra, he began with this. He did not straight away start writing the Bhashya upon the first sutra. First sutra is not this. First aphorism is not this. But he began with writing, you write a preface, for any book. What is the preface for this? He began with Adhyasa Bhashya, which means there he shows that the fundamental problem of life is nothing but taking you as I. Taking what is not I as I. And that is where the mistake has begun. So first correct that. This is this is what he writes in Adhyasa. If you want to know a little bit of it, I will tell you. He begins like this, wonderful, it's excellent. And we should know this. So he writes, Yushmat Asmat Pratyaya Gocharayoho Vishaya Vishayinoho Tamav Prakashavat Viruddha Swabhavayo. He says that you and I, when I use the word you and when I use the word I, the meaning of this is what? You cannot be I cannot be you. Handkerchief I use, book I use, specs also, glasses also I use. But I know that they are mine, yes, but not I. We never make this mistake with reference to things which we see. But why? Because they are they are mutually exclusive. You cannot be I cannot be you. Mutually exclusive, he says. Mutually exclusive and opposite like what? He says, Tamav Prakashavat. Tamav Prakasha means like light and darkness. Tamaha means darkness and Prakasha means light. This you and I are opposite like light and darkness. Tamav Prakashavat, like Viruddha Swabhava. Darkness is in no way similar to light, is it? Light, no way similar to darkness. Like that, you and I are opposite. So, for mistaking them is not possible. Mistaking you to be I is not possible. And yet, the climax of samsara or avidya or ignorance is that we have made this mistake. Which mistake? Which mistake? Taking the body which is you as I. And I-ness of the I, consciousness of I, existence of I is superimposed upon the body which is you. And body which is inert is taken to be I, conscious. So body is equated with I. I am tall. I am short. I am man. I am woman. Which means the body is equated with I. Body which is the location of the body which is you, there, this is lumped together. So what has happened? We have lumped together. What we have lumped together? You and I, which is not possible, but this has become possible. Why? Due to avidya. Naisargikoyam loka vyavaharaha. What is impossible, Vashyakara writes, has become possible due to ignorance. And this is where our transmigration or this life of becoming has begun. So Lord Krishna also does the same thing in 13th chapter. He begins with this, that this is something which is seen. This idam shariram kaunteya, and it is called kshetra. Kshetra means my field of experience. Field of experience. Something which I objectify. And who are you? He says, Kshetrajnam chapi mam viddhi sarva kshetreshu. See what this Mahavakya. This next line is Mahavakya. What is that? He says, I am the Atma. I am the knower of the body in everyone. In everyone. Who is this? I see this body. Understand this very well. I see this body. So I became the knower and body became known. So here there are two, knower and known. Knower is conscious, Atma, and this is known, which is Jadam, which is inert. And what is Bhagavan saying? I am the knower in all this that is known. Who is the knower in you? Who is the knower in you? Everywhere the knower, which means consciousness, is same. So everywhere there is nothing but one Atma, one Brahman. And what all we know is what? Anatma, non-self, matter. This is how he began. Understood? And then comes verse 21, where then he discussed about all that, and this verse, very important verse, began. What is that? Purushaha prakrutisto hi bhumte prakruti jan gunan. Now this ignorance is already, Purushaha means Atma. Purushaha means this Atma or Chaitanya here, consciousness here. Not knowing that he is not the body, not knowing that he is not here for body or matter. Which word is used? Prakruti. Prakruti means matter. Prakruti is something which is Maya, which is matter, which is inert, which is a dependent reality. Now, Purusha means Atma. He says, Atma, not knowing who he is, he takes this body to be I and superimposes what all is in the body upon I. Upon I, superimposes means takes the dharma, takes the attributes of the body to be I. And when body does different karmas, different actions are performed. So Atma thinks I have done them. Plus, when you perform actions, you get the results. When anything is performed, you get the result in this life or in next life. And like this, how many karmas are performed by us? In this life also innumerable karmas are performed by the body. Plus, in the past many lives also, so many actions have been performed. Now, I will have to face the results. Atma or Chaitanya or Purusha here, not knowing that I am different from the body, not knowing this, what does he do? Identifies. I have done and I will now be the enjoyer of whatever actions are done, which means bhokta. I am the karta, I am the doer, as well as I am the enjoyer, means bhokta. Now tell me, has Atma done anything? We will be talking about. But Atma has not performed any action. Because it is not the body. Action is in the body. But it equates himself with the body. And whatever is there in the body, whatever is done by the body means Prakriti. Body means Maya. Prakriti, let us talk about Prakriti. And Atma is Purusha. So there are actually how many here when I say I am man or I am a doer, I am a thinker, how many are there actually here? One? Yes, we take as one. I take it as one. But according to Shastra, there are two. Body is Prakriti. This entire personality is not my nature, not integral to me. This is one thing and I am different. I am Atma, consciousness, and this is inert. I have mixed them together. So there is, actually when I say this here, there are two here. What is two? Body-mind complex and another is I. I have brought them together. We just discussed, that this is not possible of lumping I and you together, but this is what we have done due to ignorance. So there are two here, doing knowing, becoming, going, coming, all this belongs where? To the body. But I think I have done it. So this is called identification. This is called identification. We will complete here now. But see, crystal, this thing is there and the crystal is here. Now, even though crystal is what? Transparent. But when this is close to crystal, if we don't know, if a child doesn't, we will know, but child will not know. What will he say? Crystal is red. Then crystal is green. Similarly, I keep on imposing myself the qualities of the body and then coming to the conclusion. I am doer, I am enjoyer, I am walker, talker, things like that. When this is there, two things are being lumped together. And this is where samsara is. This leads me from one birth to another. We will talk about this more in the next class. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Guru Pyo Namaha. Hari Om. Thank you. We will meet at 11:15.